I'm Jamey the Spirit Coach, and I am here to give you guys a general reading. Please do take what resonates and leave the rest. Sagittarius, welcome. This is going to be your reading. Feel free to check out your sun, moon, or rising sign, guys. There may be more to one of those messages for you over there. I have pre-shuffled and pulled your cards for this reading, Sagittarius, to save on time. This is a timeless message, so when it finds you, it is for you, okay? So before we begin your tarot, I want to pull an animal oracle message and see what animal energy is working with you during this time. You may notice symbolism of this animal spirit showing up around you. This animal energy maybe trying to convey a message to you, or asking you to kind of embody the same energy of this animal, characteristics, you know, archetypal energies of this animal. Okay, so let's see. For Sagittarius, spirit guides, angels, what animal energy is Sagittarius working with during this time? Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. And that really lines up with your message so strongly, and I'm going to tell you why in just a minute. But Coyote spirit, trust in divine detours. This number 16 on this card also breaks down to a 7. So you might be noticing, Sagittarius, the number 7 showing up, or like 77 or 777 or something like that, like on receipt papers or on license plates and billboards in front of you. When you notice that number, I feel like it's important for you to kind of stop and listen within, okay? All right, so let's read this animal energy real quick, and then we'll jump into your tarot messages. So, Coyote spirit, do you find that you're being led on a strange detour in your life right now? Does it seem that what appears to be the next right action and the right choice, best situation, or fabulous relationship unexpectedly turns into the opposite, or just disappears into thin air, as if you've been tricked? Coyote spirit's energy is that of the trickster. It's designed to bring you into situations that teach you lessons that you have forgotten to learn. Perhaps you need a taste of failure before you experience success, or a need to feel disappointment before you can truly appreciate the joy, love, and prosperity that is coming up for you. Perhaps you are revisiting a pattern you forgot wasn't in alignment with the life you're intending to co-create. Being reminded that gratitude, not complacency, will keep you awake and aware of all that is available to you in this moment. Coyote spirit reminds you to laugh about the unexpected twist, to develop humility and gratitude while releasing your attachments to the form of your desires, even when you suddenly find yourself on a detour. Wondering when you will get back on track to manifesting what you desire? Remember, Spirit has a plan and wants the best for you. Trust in divine order now. Coyote spirit is a divine helper. No matter what seems to go astray, things are exactly as they are supposed to be. And wow, I was going to tell you before this card even came out, Sagittarius, that I feel like you're coming into a time when, like, you're being leveled up. I think you have been in a space where life has been really good. Okay, so let me just share. Don't let that coyote energy frighten you or startle you, because there's a reason that this is happening, and it's to grow you. It's to level you up. Okay, so in your recent past energy, we have the Star with the Four of Air and the Love card. Okay, so you'll notice in your spread here, I have shuffled 2 different decks. the good tarot deck as well as the psychic tarot deck. The good tarot I feel is more of a feminine energy. The psychic tarot is more of a masculine energy, and I think that you're tapping back into your feminine energy and maybe coming out of that masculinity quite like as heavy as you've been in it, right? Like, because we all have masculine and feminine within us. So the masculine side is that work, drive, motivation, physical work. So the feminine is more like creative, and she has ideas and she's receptive, right? So more in the flow of things. All right, so let's come back to your message. The recent past was the star. So with the star, this to me tells me that recently you've accomplished a lot in your life, Sagittarius. You've been infused with so much hope. Wishes have been granted for you. Miraculous things have happened for you. And you've come to a space where you're really doing really good for yourself, I feel. Maybe even feeling like you can finally kick back and relax, you know, feeling like you can breathe now, like take a load off because you've reached a point of success. A wish has been granted. And you're feeling you were feeling nostalgic, I feel like, in the recent past as well, like feeling love, feeling an abundance of love in your relationships, in your work and life balance, flow, all the things, right? I feel like you've really been in a really good space, a comfortable space. Now, I say comfortable because that first energy with the coyote spirit talks of complacency, okay? So in your current energy, Sagittarius, we come into the Ten of Earth. This is the beginning message of this. This is saying you've reached this success, this achievement, this financial prosperity, material abundance. Maybe you've built your home, you've got your family, you've got your good career. Things are looking on the up and up, right? Everything's going smooth. But I feel like there's something going on beneath the surface that you're not talking about. I don't know if there's boredom showing up, stagnancy showing up, or what it is, but I feel like there's something deep inside you going on that you're not talking about, because on the bottom of your deck, Sagittarius, we have here the Shadow card and Suffering in Silence, okay? So especially with it being at the bottom, this is a driving energy for what's going to happen in this current energy and in your near future, okay? So there's something stirring. There's something stirring in the pot. I think some parts of your shadow self that maybe you have forgotten to look at, forgotten to deal with, maybe because life has been so busy and so successful for you that you've been so focused on everything exterior to you that you haven't given much attention to what's going on internally. Does that make sense? So I think there's been this stirring that's been going on maybe for a little bit now, and your intuition is trying to point it out. It's trying to send you signs. It's sending you synchronicities. It's sending you messages to get your attention. I feel like, because your next card in your current energy is the Intuition card, okay? This is very similar to the High Priestess energy in traditional tarot. This is telling me like spiritual energy is coming through you, trying to tap into you, trying to knock on the door and get your attention, because there's something inside of you that's needing something. Okay? Your higher self, if you don't want to see it as spirit guides or as angels or something outside of you, it is something inside of you. It's your higher self. It's your soul trying to show you something, trying to get you to close your eyes and listen, to tap in, okay? Because there's a new beginning that's coming up. There's a new beginning coming about. This could be this divine detour. Okay? This divine detour. It's definitely something new, because we've got here at the bottom of your deck, Ace of Fire and Ace of Water. It's something that's emotionally driven. something you're passionate about. Okay, I'm being reminded as I'm looking at this Ace of Water. You see the pearl that the seahorse is holding. If you think about the way a pearl is created inside of an oyster shell or clam or whatever they're called, clams, oysters. Anyways, it's little granules of salt, right? Or not salt, but sand that get inside the shell, and then the oyster, the clam, like rubs and rubs and rubs and rubs and rubs these granules until it becomes this beautiful shiny pearl. So I think there's something inside of you that's being rubbed, being agitated. Think about how that clam or that oyster feels with that constant rubbing. It's got to rub like a sore spot, right? You would think it would rub raw even, like the tissue would be like beat up a little bit, bruised a little bit. It might hurt a little bit, right? So whatever this is, I think there's a reason that there's a stirring that's happening inside of you. It's coming up because it wants to be seen. It wants to show you something beautiful, okay? It might be conflicting for you because in your near future that we've got conflict and defeat. It might be like, you might not really want to look at it, Sagittarius. You might not want to look at it. You know, it might feel defeating to you. It might feel agitating to you. It might trigger you a little bit, you know, because it's something from the shadow. Our shadow, it does trigger the shadow. The shadow is the part of ourselves that we want to deny, right? It's not necessarily something that's bad, but it's something we tell ourselves it's bad, and we don't want to look at it. We don't want to own up to it. We don't want to acknowledge it. We just want to keep going in, you know, like that positive mindset. But after a while, the shadow starts to reveal itself, right? I want to look at, where's my book? Oh, conflict and defeat, real quick. If I can find it. This is a mental energy. Yeah. It's okay. Your intuition is trying to bring you signs, symbols, synchronicities, and you haven't been paying attention. But I feel like something's going to happen that's going to, it's going to force you to look at it. Intuition, new beginnings. I think maybe it might be a little bit of fear around starting something new. I don't know, but we'll see. Okay, so it represents learning and change. How you handle yourself at this time is vital to your overall well-being. It could relate to a lack of sensitivity in taking action or in response to conditions or situations around you. The need for sensitivity could relate to you or someone else in your life. Even though a battle can be won, it's important to evaluate the cost and pain to both parties. Sometimes it's best to surrender and walk away if no answer or victory can be achieved, but don't assign blame, become deceitful, or set out to get revenge, for this results in the negative energy becoming part of you. You're being tested on how delicately and gently you take your next step. Remember, everything in your life is an opportunity to learn and grow. Yeah, so it might feel testing for you right now because you're like looking at this like, whoa, everything's been great. Why all of a sudden does this have to happen now? Why is this coming up? I don't want to deal with this. Maybe. It could be something like that, right? And then we come into the Ace of Earth. I think once you push past this conflict, though, Sagittarius, you're coming into another energy of abundance, right? Another successful energy. This is like a downfall, a blessing, like a big financial opportunity, a big financial blessing. It's financial freedom as well. You know, you could be too, like, you might take a hit on your finances in some way, because we've got the conflict and defeat, the Ace of Earth, and the Eight of Air next. Eight of Air typically talks to me, you know, in the traditional tarot, it talks to me about, like, fears, being trapped in the headspace, like a lot of mental energy, like not seeing truth, not seeing reality, you know, like instead only, like your eyes being shielded by fear. So that's what I was saying, like with this new beginning, it could be like fearing that like you might take a financial hit even. I don't know. Eight of Air. So this is release from denial, seeing things as they are, clarity coming through. With Spirit at my side, encouraging me, I'm opening my eyes to see things how they really are. I'm being disillusioned and freeing myself from those illusions that keep me from growth or healing that I deserve. So bid goodbye to illusions that have clouded my vision. Honesty gives me strength and courage to face whatever I have to face. So I think whatever this is, this shadow thing that's coming up, you know, like you're being kind of pushed to look at it so that you can heal it and release it, right? So that when you come back into this place of abundance, it feels more freeing to you. It feels more positive. It feels more vibrant with the sun. And we also have the Empress coming out next too. This is again representative of that divine feminine energy within you, being receptive, being creative, being fertile, but also being compassionate and loving. And it's like boss energy too, like being well organized, being, you know, confident, being stable, being abundant. It's also having a connection to your higher self, having a connection to the spiritual side of you. You know, because you were getting this intuition card, and your intuition is wanting to connect with you, wanting to tap into you, wanting you to start paying attention to that side of your life now. I think, like, if you look at your life on a pie chart, like your relationship sector and your job sector and your money sector and your health, your physical health, and then your spiritual health, your emotional health, you know, like mental health. So I think the spiritual side of you wants to come in now, you know, and bring you out of this space of being in the headspace or physical things so much, and more spiritual evolution, right? And this Empress card has the number 3 on it. So it's like mind, body, spirit alignment, you know. It's a wonderful time to give birth to new ideas and experiences. Nourishment is assured as you step into a new version of you. Your life is rich and ripe with possibility, and you can manifest and create. I am a powerful co-creator, and life loves me right now. My world is brimming with potential and infinite possibility that will manifest for the highest good. So I don't know if you have recently experienced a lot of like detours, maybe Sagittarius, in the current energy. Maybe you're experiencing that currently, you know, because you came out of a space of being like kicked back and just feeling blessed, and then into a space of like your intuition really trying to tell you something. So because your intuition is trying to get your attention, it's creating these obstacles, it's creating these things for you that like kind of stop you in your tracks almost, or force you to look at something, force you to see something within yourself that's stirring up, that's going on, that needs to be healed or forgiven or released. And once you do, you can come back into this abundant energy, but feeling more whole, you know? Yeah, feeling more whole. Okay, so now we're going to get a message from the Mystical Shaman Oracle for you. And this is a sacred symbol that you can refer to when you're meditating. But this energy can help you with influencing your future energy and understanding what it is that you're going through right now, you know, why you're going through it. All right, for Sagittarius, spirit guides, angels. What energy is Sagittarius working with from the Mystical Shaman? That was like way too many cards, so let's try that again. Can we just get one message for Sagittarius? At least just one message for Sagittarius, Spirit. Thank you. The Vision Quest. Oh, Sagittarius. Definitely your intuition is definitely strongly trying to show you something. Okay, so again, we have the number 3 here. We have the number 7 and the number 6. So I don't know if those numbers, so it'd be like 66, 77, 333. Any of those number combinations might be showing up. So when they do, it's really important for you to listen within, pay attention. What were you thinking about? And what feelings, what emotions were stirring within you when you were thinking about it? And what is that highlighting? Why is that showing up? What do you need to do with it? Right? Okay. In the Vision Quest, you face your fear. Ooh. Embrace your morality and then meet face to face with Spirit. When we feel stagnant, a Vision Quest brings our lives into perspective. We realize our flaws, our potential, and the opportunities life is now offering us. We remain on a Vision Quest until we find the key to open a new door or write a new chapter into our lives. Yes! Yes! This is this new beginning also, Sagittarius. You are writing a new chapter. Find clarity by spending time alone in nature. If you live in a city, go for a walk in a park. If you live in the country, make sure that you spend time outside in contemplation. Get off the couch, get away from your desk, go outside. Spirit helps those who help themselves. So set your intention and ask nature for a guiding vision for your life. Yes, Sagittarius. I love this. It came together so beautifully. I know it may feel really challenging. It may feel frustrating. It may even be a little bit painful right now. Shadow work is never fun. It's not something easy to deal with or do, but you are strong enough. You're brave enough, Sagittarius. You are a fire sign. You're a fierce energy, and I think you are perfectly capable of getting through this. You know, your spirit's not going to give you anything that you can't handle. But it's just that time now. It's that you start healing within, okay? Because you've done a really good job on the outside so far. Now it's just time to turn your attention to the inside. So that is all I have for you, Sagittarius. I hope the reading resonated. Feel free to hit that like button, give me a follow if you haven't already, or comment down below how the reading resonated for you. Normally, I would invite you guys to join me on Patreon for the extended, but during this last round of readings, my energy has been really low, and I'm just not feeling drawn to do the extendeds for the rest of this round. So when I come back next round, we will get into extended readings for you at that time. So, but this is all for now, Sagittarius. I hope you have a beautiful and blessed day. Thanks. Bye.